times are changing too. We've gone through a lot of cycles. So, can you share with me, just in your own opinion, like what are some really good times to buy a home? You guys are tied together very tightly with a real estate agency, right? So, with the finances involved and everything, what are some of the things that we need to consider when we're buying a home? When's the best time to do it?
Best time to buy a home is one of the most difficult questions to answer because there are so many factors. And I'll say that the majority of the time, the best time is now. And typically that's, a question that you're going to ask a realtor. But from the finance side, when we're looking at rates and market, and, the different, whether it's a seller's market or a buyer's market and everything like that, the majority of the time, it really is the best time is to get into the market now. Because even if, a market fluctuates, it can go up and down.
When you say market, are you talking about price? Are you talking about interest rates or both?
Great question. There's so many different factors, right? So the market, I'm first talking about home prices, that's values typically keep going up. We did have a 2009 where they went down again, but for example, we've just in the last couple of years had really, really low rates because of that pandemic, and now rates are a little higher, but home prices are a lot higher, and people are scared about getting in right now because prices are, higher. And then now prices might be going down a little bit, but value is still going up. But interest rates are going up, so it's a little less affordable for buyers. So there's lots of different factors, but I think the main key is the sooner you get in the game, the better, because then you have a forced savings plan. Even if it wasn't, the 100% best deal, maybe it's just 80%, but still your forced savings and building equity. So the sooner you can do that, the better. So many people that I worked with, or wanted to work with me a couple years ago said, let me just wait. And now they missed out on one of the biggest booms in the last couple of years, they could have built $100,000 of equity just sitting in their property, and they are kicking themselves for waiting.
I'm glad you brought that up. So your advice sorry for interrupting, but would your advice to them now, would that still be the same? That the right time is always now, because there's always going to be things that are going to change. You can adjust. I'm assuming that you're the mortgage company. So if you need to readjust their mortgage in a couple of years, if it happens to be higher, like if they buy a house, their interest rate may be higher than it will be in 5 years from now. Nobody has a crystal ball. So then would be the right time to refinance. But what you're telling me is that now, if you need a home, now is always the best time to get into a home.
I won't say the word always. And the reason is because there are specific people that maybe it's not. There's certain high net individuals who have no debt, lots of extra cash, and they're thinking, what can I do with that cash? Well, maybe for that person, it might be better to put it into certain stocks that can get a better return than than being a homeowner in a market and this and that. But that's a very small percentage of people. If you're not that person, then yes, it's most likely right now is the best time to get in, because it's a forced savings plan. It's the best way to build equity and get your finances in a place where you are just constantly putting money into your forced savings account.